Hey guys, welcome to the MMA Brothers podcast, the newest, baddest, and best podcast out there. And let's get it going. Hey guys, my name is Daryl. This is Asher, and this is the MMA Brothers podcast. This is the first video we're filming. So that we're doing this video as a pre-fight preview for UFC 245, with the 3 title fights coming your way, my way, and everyone's way who's watching UFC. So I'm just gonna start off with a quick breakdown of who's fighting, and then we're gonna go into each fight itself. We're just doing the main card. The main card starts off with Peter Yan versus Uriah Faber at bantamweight, followed by another bantamweight bout between Marlon Moraes and Jose Aldo. That goes into a women's bantamweight fight between Amanda Nunes and Jermaine Randamie, followed by Max Holloway versus Alexander Volkanovski, and Kamaru Usman versus Covington as the headliner for the main card. So we're gonna dive right into it with Peter Yan versus Faber. So what are your thoughts, Asher?
So Uriah Faber came out of retirement, I think, earlier this year, and he had one fight against Ricky Simon, I think.
Yeah.
And he beat him pretty quick in the first round. And Uriah Faber is now facing Peter Yan, who's ranked at number 6. And so Uriah Faber said if he wins this fight, he wants a title shot against Mr. Triple C, Mr. Henry Cejudo. And I don't know. This is a very winnable fight for Uriah Faber. Peter Yan's good, but like Uriah Faber has been experienced, has been fighting for a long time. So I might pick Uriah Faber for this one. How about you?
Peter Yan's 13-1. He doesn't lose that much. He adapts to changing environments in terms of fighting new guys. Uriah does have the experience, but Yan is younger. He's gonna be a little bit more sharper, quicker to the punches. He caught Simon. Faber caught Simon, dropped him, and then finished him. But I really think that Peter Yan's gonna beat Uriah, because you can't just come out of retirement and then expect to be out here beating everyone who's actually been training. I'm not saying he hasn't been training the whole time.
GSP came out of retirement and just beat Bisping after
GSP and this guy who comes up to this music. Ain't the same guy. Just putting that out there. So I'm gonna go with Yan.
You got Yan? All right, I got Faber. So we're gonna move on to the next one. So the next one is Marlon Moraes versus Jose Aldo. So you want to break this one down?
Yeah, Jose's coming down from 45 to fight at 35. So he sees himself as, if he beats Marlon, he's gonna be fighting for the title against Cejudo once again. God, I hate that guy.
It's a Cejudo card.
I know.
By the way, Cejudo beat Marlon Moraes to win the belt. So
yes.
That's another thing. Yeah.
So Jose's looking pretty terrible, and there's a lot of people who are talking about him online with his face looking like he's just literally skin and bone. His legs have no muscle. And then this was Jose. This was his reaction to people.
Y'all quit playing. Quit playing. I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life.
He's definitely fighting for his life.
Yeah,
to make 135.
Yeah, you can't be out of here cutting that much weight at his age, man. But this is going to be an interesting fight. Marlon throws heat, and he throws hard. So Jose throws hard leg kicks. He's got the power at 45.
Yeah.
So I don't know how his power is going to translate at 35, but I'm really hoping for Marlon to beat him up, so he knows that he can't be out here dropping that much weight at that age. He's better off going to 55.
The thing is, Marlon Moraes is the number 1 contender, and he's been starching guys at 135. I don't know if you saw the video with what he did to Aljamain Sterling. That KO was brutal. But yeah, Jose Aldo struggled to make weight at 145. The fact that he's going down to 135, and like Daryl said, the pictures are pretty gruesome. So they're gonna weigh in actually very soon. So hopefully he makes weight.
I think he'll make weight, but he looked like a zombie.
Yeah.
It's like when Conor made
145.
Yeah.
So this one, though, I'm still going to go with Marlon Moraes, because I think that it's just too much weight for Aldo to cut, and he may just get hit with the 1-2 punch in the first round and drop just because he has no fluid in his brain. So I'm going to go with Marlon Moraes.
I think you have fluid in his brain, but he won't be as hydrated as he needs to be. So just putting that out there.
It's like TJ Dillashaw.
I don't know this guy became
TJ Dillashaw. No, not that. I'm just saying TJ Dillashaw. They just got touched a little bit by Henry Cejudo, and he dropped when he fought him at 125. So if you cut too much weight, you can't take the shots that you did before. But you know what I'm saying. It's all good.
Yeah, we're gonna move on to Amanda Nunes versus Jermaine Randamie. I think if this fight stays on the feet, Jermaine has the advantage. She's a world champion kickboxer. Dutch champion. Not to slight Amanda Nunes in any which way, because she has her own deadly striking. But if Jermaine, because she's the bigger fighter, can keep her at distance, Amanda's gonna try to close the distance, piece her up, keep her at jab distance, and point fight to get a decision victory. She'll win. If she goes in there to knock out Nunes, she's gonna lose, in my opinion. Fight goes on the ground, she's gonna lose. So I think the path to success for Randamie is keep the fight standing, keep her at distance, and don't get hit with any power shots, and she should be good. Because Nunes is beatable, as other people have shown. But recently, she's been on a tear. So she's coming in with all this power and all this hype around her. And then if she does get her arm raised, I'll just have to swallow my words and say,
Hi. Okay.
So let's ask Amanda Nunes who she thinks the GOAT is.
But right now, I'm the champion, and I'm here to say, this is people, let's stop it, this Ronda Rousey nonsense, okay? I'm the champion here, Amanda Nunes, the Lioness.
That's right, Amanda Nunes, the Lioness. So, Amanda, like Daryl said, she's been on a tear. She beat Ronda Rousey, she beat Miesha Tate, she beat Holly Holm, she beat Cyborg. Like, literally, I think she's beat every single female champion that has been in the UFC. And Jermaine Randamie was a champion at 145, but Amanda Nunes already beat her time ago. So, this is actually the second time they're fighting.
but she had just crossed over from kickboxing to MMA, and her ground game was awful, and she got grounded, pounded.
She's definitely way better now than she was the first time they fought.
And she just beat up Aspen Ladd. Jermaine Randamie. We saw what Aspen did to that girl,
Kunitskaya. Yana Kunitskaya.
Yeah.
So, for this one, you got to go with the GOAT. You got to go with Amanda Nunes.
I'm going to pick the upset in this one. I'm going to go decision victory, Jermaine Randamie.
Nah. You can go with that, but I think Nunes, it's not going to be a first round TKO like she's beat up every single other person. I think this one might go into the third, fourth round and stuff, and Nunes will win. And
yes, okay. So we're going to move on to Max, the blessed Holloway versus Alexander Volkanovski. Max is coming in with the 21-4 record. 21 victories, 4 losses. Volkanovski's coming in with a 20-1 record. And I assume some of those fights were amateur, because there's no way he has 20 pro fights. And he's only lost 1. Oh, he's 21 pro fights, only lost 1. And Max, I don't know if Volkanovski, how often he fights, but that record doesn't
he's
seem
on
to
like in a
accurate.
17-fight win streak with all pro fights. Not all in the UFC, obviously, but yeah.
The majority of Max's fights have come in the UFC, so he's been battle tested. He's faced guys who hit hard and are wrestlers.
Jeremy Stevens.
Yeah, Jeremy Stevens, and he's also faced what's the little guy who's fighting the Korean Zombie now?
Ortega? Oh no, Frankie Edgar.
Yeah, he's fought Frankie Edgar. So he's faced guys with power who are wrestlers. So Max is gonna keep him at range, keep him at bay. He's gonna try to close the gap, and if Max can take shots from Dustin Poirier, who puts away guys at 55, he can definitely take a shot from Volkanovski.
The way Holloway was getting hit by Poirier and he didn't get KO'd, I was so shocked. I was like, how is he still standing? It's mad. But
you already know, man. This is what Max is gonna say after he gets the dub.
Was the last 10 seconds. Like, why did you decide to just point at the ground and just stand in front of him and swing like that? He told me he wanted to bang.
The best is blessed, baby.
The best is blessed. The Blessed Express is going to continue. I got blessed, and I think he's going to win. He represents Toronto, even though he's not from Toronto. We're from Burlington, which is not Toronto, but it's close to Toronto. And I'm a big Max Blessed Holloway fan. And like Daryl said, I think he's faced guys like this before. Even though Volkanovski comes with the pressure that he's never, unlike anyone else. He hasn't fought a guy that's in your face as much as Volkanovski. And Volkanovski just beat Jose Aldo too.
Frankie Edgar has a very in-your-face aggressive style.
Yes,
and
but not as...
So now listen, they asked Volkanovski, what are you bringing that Max has never seen? And he had no answer. He's like, he's never been hit by a guy who hits as hard as me. So pressure is not the issue. He knows that Max has been pressured harder than he's gonna do it. The fact is Volkanovski isn't a finisher in his own right anyways. A lot of his fights go the distance. So he's Volkanovski acting like he's Ngannou out here at 45. He's not.
Yeah. I mean,
he hits hard, yes, and he's a short, stocky wrestler, which Max has already fought how many times. Those guys, they get leg kicked and they get kept at distance, and then they can't close the gap. They try to blitz Max. He clinches, throws him off, and it's just going to be the same old.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Holloway.
I'm gonna go with Holloway too. I would be shocked if Volkanovski wins because I don't
He's gonna
see
beat him in the rematch.
I don't see him getting TKO'd. Max Holloway just taking every punch in the book. It's not happening.
Yeah. So we're gonna move on to Kamaru Usman versus Colby Covington. Now listen, I have a lot of animosity towards Colby Covington, right? But then the more interviews I watch of the guy and realize that he's actually just playing a character. This was explained to the media and everyone else a long time ago that this is just a character Colby's playing. But he does it so well that you're like, yo, you just gotta hate this guy, man.
So let's actually ask Colby Covington what he thinks about Usman.
Well, Marty's been saying all these things that he's more American than me. The only thing more American, there's nothing more American about him than me. I mean, let's be honest. My family served in the military. They shed blood for the red, white, and blue, this flag. What's his family ever served besides in the federal penitentiary?
Ooh. Hey, Colby Covington.
And then after Usman knocks this guy out, all you're gonna hear is this.
These nuts. Got him. Got him.
So when I first heard Colby Covington say that, I was like, whoa, that's super racist. But I actually looked into the comments and I was reading what people had to say. Usman's father is actually in jail for fraud. So I was just like, okay, fair. I mean, it's still like a really low jab to go there, but like,
See, that's the thing. Like, he's going to come out, Usman's going to come out and hit him with heat.
Yeah.
If Colby can withstand the first 2 rounds, I think Usman's game plan will change from trying to knock him out to trying to win a decision. Right? So, all he is doing is making that punch when it lands feel even harder. Because Usman hits hard. I saw him crack Tyron Woodley with some nasty elbows, nasty ground shots. Woodley's got a chin. That's something to be said. And I don't know if Colby's ever been hit with a bomb like Usman's going to hit him with. Because Usman, yes, he doesn't have knockout power because all he does is get decision victories. But he destroys you. Like, you have no chance. Like, I haven't seen a fight where Usman's looked like a little bit shaky.
No, the thing is, so for me, with this fight, I agree with Daryl. Usman has probably more power than Covington, but Covington just comes with that forward pressure like never before seen, like even more than Volkanovski does. So with this fight, I would like to say Usman's gonna win, but I would have to pick Colby Covington, bro. I just see him winning. And the guy has really gone all in. He's put all his chips in. He's bet, everything. It's one of those things where it's like it's double or nothing, right? It's either he's going to lose everything when he loses and everybody's going to be so happy he took the L, or he's going to catch the biggest dub ever. And Nah,
he's going to lose.
I think Colby Covington's going to do it. I see Usman trying to put the pressure on him, but Colby just his strikes percentage is crazy. He just keeps throwing significant
His
strikes.
attempted strikes are crazy.
It doesn't
and
matter.
listen,
He just
clinching,
keeps throwing
he's
and
clinching.
takedowns and throwing and takedowns.
Okay, so listen. His ground and pound strikes are included in those total strikes.
Okay.
His clinch strikes are included in those. Let's not pretend like Colby's throwing 500 jabs. He's hitting people with short shots. He's hitting him with
In his last fight against Robbie
that.
Lawler, he attempted 600 strikes. Just saying.
Almost.
Which is a UFC record.
Not even. He didn't even hit 600.
It doesn't
Almost.
matter. It's still a
He hit
UFC
500.
record. It's still a UFC
The
record.
UFC record. And he couldn't put him away. Who do you know who's already here being
It doesn't
hit
matter. You're still
300 times? Let's just say hit him 200 times to the
If
dome.
I hit somebody like this 300 times, no matter how soft I'm hitting you, over 300 times it accumulates. And he's a UFC fighter.
Numbers accumulate no matter what you're doing.
Damage I'm talking about.
Either way, he couldn't put Robbie away.
Robbie is a savage, but whatever.
My boy Ben Askren put Robbie away. That's all I gotta say. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
It doesn't matter.
Bulldog choke, bro.
So
But
who you got?
So I got Usman. I'm just gonna say this: Colby is gonna push forward. The wrestling is gonna nullify each other. Even if he gets Usman down once, Usman is gonna get up, scramble, and then take Colby down. He's gonna get up, scramble, and they're gonna realize we're neutralizing each other in takedowns. Crowd's gonna boo. Ref's gonna tell them you gotta stand up and throw, because if you're not even hitting each other and it's just clinch work, no one's gonna want to watch that.
Mm-hmm.
So Usman's gonna take the initiative. He's like, okay, this guy wants to stand here, jab me, cross me with 30% power, and expect me to just not eat those. I think he's gonna eat Colby's first 3 strikes. Colby's gonna throw overhand, duck under. He's gonna get caught with a knee. Because the one thing I've noticed with Colby is he's southpaw. He goes like this, and then he throws an overhand, and then he doesn't even put power on the overhand, and then just goes for your legs because you expect the block high
you with the punches to go for a takedown. Yeah.
But I think he takes, and he always goes for a double.
Mm-hmm.
He almost never goes for a single. Mm-hmm. He's gonna get caught with the knee coming down the gun. So if you move back and Usman needs it, because you can train it, right? Mm-hmm. As we saw with Ben Askren versus Jorge Masvidal, if you miss time, you're shooting for a takedown. You're gonna get caught with the knee, and when it lands.
It's night.
Yes, and there's nothing I want to, and I hope Usman hits him with another extra ground strike, and then one more before the ref can get in.
The referee would be like, "Yo, one more, bro."
I don't think anyone would boo Usman if he landed a couple extra strikes on Colby Cup. So I'm going with Usman. You got Covington. Mm-hmm. You guys are gonna watch it. We want to hear what you guys would think about the fights. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Instagram and all the other platforms that are available for podcasting. We'll have those up and running for you. And we can't wait for this channel to grow, hear what you guys have to say, and for you guys to hate this guy because he sucks. We'll see you guys soon.
MMA Brothers Pod. That's on Instagram. MMA Brothers POD. Subscribe, like Daryl said. We'll see you whenever we want to. Joking. We're going to keep doing these videos. And we're happy you guys watch this video. See you later. Bye-bye.